All right. Run for your life. What are you watching? Oh, all right. So cool. We're live on Instagram. We're live on the gram. Let's see about TikTok here. Let me see. Well, let's see. Wait for people to show up. Oh, hopefully everybody's having an amazing day. Hey, buddy. Hey, can you turn that down a little bit because I can hear you? Yeah. Thank you. Hopefully everybody had an amazing day. Does it show me? Yeah, it shows me as live. I went live earlier for a while, and that was all right. But you know, do you have what it takes? Right? When I first got into this space, I didn't think I had what it took. Right? But it's time to, like I said earlier, what? Make sure you guys are careful. But like I said earlier, it's time to go to war, right? That kind of, I just felt that in my spirit. It's time to go to war. A lot of people are struggling these days, financially, mentally, and it's just going to get worse if you think about it, and the enemy wants to, tell you that you're not good enough and that you don't have what it takes. And that's where I come in, right? Because I've been there and I've done that. And I can tell you right now that you do have what it takes. And, before all this, that's what I thought. I didn't think I had what it takes, and I just let the whole world, I guess all the world's problems, I guess, get to me, right? And I would, medicate it in certain ways, right? And it was ultimately destroying me and my family, right? But at some point, you have to, I guess, suck it up, right? And know that what you're doing, or I guess your identity, right, is not in that drink or that drug or that whatever it is that you're doing to prevent you from achieving those goals, right? That's just a band-aid that we're trying to use to cover those. What are you doing? Oh, okay. So, I just urge you that, if you're going through it, maybe you are battling, addiction or abuse or whatever the case may be, reach out to somebody, reach out to me, we'll talk about it. All right. And, when you start to realize that's not your identity and you can get over that, right? Especially like, just stigma, yeah. Sure. Popsicles. He's like addicted to popsicles, right? But it took me a long time for it to finally click, and it finally clicked, right? And now well, let's see, since January, I guess you'd say, I've I've been overcoming since January, and I'm really proud of myself, just because of where I've been and where I've gone and how far I've come. But, ultimately, I look at, the blessings that I have every single day. I have to look at those blessings, right? And I have to tear down those lies, and I have to not let everybody else's opinions, get to me. You know, I like that saying. I kind of live by this saying, like lions don't care what the sheep think or say, right? And that's just to show that, like if you know what sheep do, the sheep just follow the next butt in front of them, right? So don't take it out of context and think I'm like dogging on, like the church or something, because I know somebody got upset with me about that. So, but that's the way people are with words. Um, but I think of it as just the gossip and the opinions and the naysayers, whatever the case may be. Like, if you're a true lion, then you're not gonna care what they're saying, right? Because you know your identity and you know where you're going and you know the path that what it takes to get there. Yeah, can you go get me some scissors? So that's all I'm saying, and just know that you are strong enough and you are good enough. Let me get this open. Can you find scissors? I don't know where my knife went. Don't run with scissors, dude. What are you doing? Because you slip and fall and you're going to stab yourself. Kids. But yeah, it's just one of those things, if you're struggling, right? Hopefully I can help somebody, right? Hopefully my words can be encouragement. Hopefully my words can be strength. Hopefully my words can be oh, I'm frozen. Why am I frozen? Why does this always happen? Well, I'm frozen, so I don't know if anybody can hear me. I don't know. Did my camera go out? It shows that it's still on, but I don't have any signal. So that's great. But I know you can still hear me. So I don't know. My camera's been kind of weird lately. Steve, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? We're just talking about what it takes, with anything that we do. And it's been a challenge, for a lot of my years, I would say, just with dealing with certain things and trying to overcome those obstacles. And God's always been there as well, and that's one thing. You gotta have faith. Like, you have to have something stronger than you believe in, something stronger than yourself, because a lot of times you don't have enough strength to do it, and that's where God comes in, right? And that's one thing I had to really realize. And it's like God spoke to me and said, something has to break. And I didn't understand what that meant, for a little while, but thinking about it, I started to realize that something was me, and that something that had to break was me and my ego and my pride, and the things that were in the limiting beliefs, right? And I had to look within, and by looking within, I was able to realize who God called me to be, and I was able to tear down those lies and just realize that my past doesn't have to dictate my future, and that no matter what I do, right, I'm always given another chance, and that that what I've gone through and what I've been through is okay, right? Now, the things that I did, sure, that's not okay, but that I have another chance, right? I have another, and that's another thing I realize, every day having an attitude of gratitude. I wake up every day saying, wow, I'm awake. I have another chance, right? Another chance to be 1% better than yesterday. Another chance to try to touch somebody's life in some way, shape, or form. And now it's I've always wanted to do a podcast for a long time, and maybe that's it. You know what I mean? Maybe, words of encouragement, maybe words of, affirmation, whatever the case may be. I think that's kind of, my goal, because if I can help somebody some way, somehow, then I think I've, accomplished something, and you never know what you're going to say to somebody, because your life could be somebody else's survival guide, right? Knowing what you've been through, your testimony, because we all have a testimony, right? We've all gone through stuff, and you're going to be able to reach people that I can't reach. And by you sharing your testimony and just sharing your problems with everybody, or sharing how you can get through. Hey, thank you for joining, man. You have a great night. And I'm on here 3 times a day if you want to jump on anytime. God bless. And I, it's one of those things where, I just try to be some type of encouragement. And I just hope that that's what I can be, right? I hope and pray that God gives me the words to say, so that way I can be an encouragement to everybody else, right? And just know that you do have what it takes, and you can get through it. And just know that there's something stronger than yourself, right? And that's God. And God can push you through and get you through anything if you put your faith and trust in knowing that He's going to, right? And that's kind of how my journey. I've got all kinds of stories I could tell you, but the thing is that God's not going to give you anything that you can't handle, right? So even though you feel like you can't handle it and it's over, whatever the case may be, there's always a lesson in there somewhere. It's like a refining fire, right? God's putting you through the fire to refine you and purify you. The Bible talks about the refining fire, and fire is, purification. So a lot of times when I think about fire and going through those things that I've gone through, it's one of those things of, it really was just a refining, right? To prepare me for something bigger, for something better. And of course, I could have called the quits, I could have ended it, but I didn't, right? And that's the point is, a lot of people do give up or quit along the way. And, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, by not giving up and not quitting, I think that, yeah. Oh, by not giving up, you know what I mean? Um, I was able to push through it, right? And I was able to, find out my shortcomings and find out that, find my true identity and learn my identity, right? Because, a lot of it was just not understanding my identity and knowing who God says I was, right? It says I am. So, and then of course, learning to, not take everybody else's pain and internalize it. That's one thing I had to learn as well, but I was able to, push past a lot of that. I would say, and I'm getting, I would just say that I'm way stronger, right? I've come out a more refined product, I would say, based on everything that I've been through and gone through, and where I'm at now, I would say is the only thing I could say would be, with the grace of God, right? Because I shouldn't be here right now, but I am. And that's the thing, and being grateful to have another day because somebody else didn't have a day today. You know what I mean? Somebody else didn't wake up. Somebody else isn't living with a voice to speak, eyes to see, and ears to hear. So it's one of those things, like just being grateful for the tiny little things, and I know a lot of these people, right? So I'm very grateful to be able to wake up each and every day and be able to see my kids, be able to speak to my kids, and be able to hear my kids. And yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming listening to your kids scream and holler and whatever the case may be. But when you start to think of it in a different lens, it can be more transforming, right? And you'll start to maybe realize that that screaming is a blessing, right? And a lot of times it's a blessing in disguise, but we continue to, push, and we continue to fight, and we continue to, do what it takes to continue on the path, right? It's it's not about the destination as much as it's about the journey, right? Because through the journey you're going to be shaped and formed along the path. So I've just been able to you know see things in a different lens anymore. You know what I mean? And by taking time and just being grateful and meditating on your life and the things that you have that are, by having an attitude of gratitude, you're going to start seeing things differently, right? And it's not always easy to have an attitude of gratitude. And that's why Paul says to tear your thoughts down, right? To capture every thought, right? And he even says, these things I do more than anybody, right? So that means that he's battling the same things that we did, right? Or he battled the same things that we do, right? Those negative thoughts, right? Wanting to sin, whatever the case may be. So, you know, it's just one of those things like, yeah, we're not perfect, but that's where God comes in, right? God is going to help you along the way, right? And the more time you spend with, your creator, right? The more time you spend with the divine, right? You start to bring on those characteristics, right? And I like to use words like divine or creator because all the, I don't know what you'd call them, but people get all up in arms about words, when you start calling God divine or creator, right? They start to lose their minds, but that's okay, right? It's just interesting, but I lost my train of thought now. But so yeah, that's kind of summed up version of some things about you know having the mindset, right? Because mindset is everything. Your mindset is going to dictate your trajectory, right? And if you have, you can't fly with eagles when you flock with chickens. Just remember that, right? I've always had that. And then nobody can make you feel the way that you do besides yourself. That's another really hard lesson to learn, right? Because obviously, if somebody does something wrong or says something wrong to you, then of course you're going to get pissed off and you want to lash out, right? I can't believe that they said that to me, or I can't believe that they did this to me, so you know what, I'm gonna do this or that or say this and that. Well, at that point you've given them power, right? But don't let them have the power, right? Because you have the power, you have the option to capture those thoughts, tear down those thoughts, right? And the Bible says, words have power, right? And that, life and death is in the tongue. So if you think about it, words have power. So you know, maybe, check them as in love, right? Instead of coming back in a negative, angry, upset way, you just be like, hey, all right, good job, man. Love you anyway. Or, I'm sorry you feel that way, whatever the case may be, but just not in anger or in the way that they would want you to react. I guarantee you're going to start seeing things in a different light, in a different lens, right? Because at that point, you're not giving them power because they're expecting you to be upset, mad, sad, whatever the case may be, but you're coming back in a loving manner, right? In a more dignified manner. So, that's just another option. I always struggle with that. A therapist told me nobody can make you feel the way that you do beside yourself, and I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me, right? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, and I'm not gonna buy that. But when I started to realize it, it was true, right? And it's hard for me a lot of times because I wake up in the morning and it's like I wake up And I try to have an attitude of gratitude nowadays. But I used to wake up and I would have to have an enemy to wake up, right? Because I wanted to get up and I had to be angry at something or someone, right? Because that's what got me up in the morning. That's what got me up in the morning because I needed something to fight, right? I needed something to fight and I needed an enemy to fight because that just propelled me to continue on with, obviously dealing with, the things I was dealing with and then continuing to push, right? It was almost like anger fueled my tenacity. You know what I mean? I had to have something. If somebody was better than me, then I'd be like, they're not. Nope. I got to get up and I have to work and I have to be better than they are, right? Especially working in the kitchen. I always had to be better than everybody. I always had to try to make sure that, I knew more than everybody and I was the fastest, I was the strongest, you know what I mean, on the line. So I had to have an enemy, every single day. And uh, and if that's how you roll, then by all means, like that's cool. But and ultimately, it just put me into a different mindset. So I had to figure out how to become competitive in a different way, right? I had to figure out how to challenge myself in different ways. Because at first it was just being angry and pissed off at everything, right? Because that's what fueled me. That's what kept me going. But God showed me a different way, right? And gave me other things to fuel my life with, right? And of course, I'm still competitive, and I still want to, be better than everybody if I can. But the idea is that I had to change my mindset. I had to literally change my mindset, and it took me a long time, right? I've been in the hospital several times, right? I've gone through it several times, and it's one of those things like eventually you have to learn to live and let live, right? Or let go and try not to let your past define you. But, you do have what it takes, right? You do have what it takes and you know what it takes to get to where you want to go. A lot of times though, people don't have people want to sit on the sidelines expecting the same results. I've noticed, right? They want to sit on the sidelines, expect the same results that you have without putting the work in, without putting the effort in, without anything. They want the same results. So when they see people succeeding, they're like, well, how come I'm not there? How come I'm not getting, I'm doing this and this, but, are you showing up every day? Are you putting in the work? Are you grinding? Are you trying to learn as much as you can? Are you investing in yourself every day? Because that's exactly what you need to be doing, investing in yourself every day. And that's why I am where I am, right? Because I invested and I am investing in myself every day, right? And I'm trying to help other people along the way. I want other people, right, to tag along. And I want to be able to, pull everybody else behind me and say, come on, guys, let's go, right? That's not always easy either. But at the same time, you're going to have to you're going to have to buck up, right? You're going to have to hit the pavement. You're going to have to keep pushing. You can climb Mount Everest just like anybody else, right? That's one foot in front of the other. But a lot of people aren't going to do what it takes to even try, or they've already failed because they've already spoke that into existence because they've already told themselves that they can't. So by telling yourself that you can't, well, you've already failed, right? You've already failed. And that's what I mean by mindset. That's what I mean by, do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes to tear down those lies? Do you have what it takes to buck up and say, you know what? Not today, right? I'm going to succeed. I'm going to crush my goals and I'm going to tear this freaking roof off, right? Because you have so much tenacity that you're going to succeed. And that's what you need to have. That's what you need to have, especially in this niche, right? If you're in digital marketing, affiliate marketing, or business in general, you have to have a tenacity and a grind, right? And you need to, because everybody's trying to get the same results, right? Everybody wants the same thing. They're trying to get sales, right? And they're trying to make money. Well, how do you do that? Well, you can go through the pillars, right? Digital marketing, they got courses on courses on courses, and it'll teach you everything you need to know. But the thing is like, it takes time. It takes a lot of time, and it takes effort in order to get to the point to where you are making sales, consistent sales. But then again, there's something better than that as well, right? You can build a team. And by building a team, I mean you can build a strong team, right? And with that team, you can have daily coaching calls with each other. You can formulate it as a business team, and then you guys could be crushing your goals together and bringing more people on, recruiting more people, right? Do like a 4x4 method, and you guys can just crush it. But you have to have that mindset. Not everybody is cut out for that. And I'm still learning, but I know what my goal is. I know what I'm doing. And as I'm learning, I'm putting it to practice, and I'm trying to do the best that I can to achieve those goals. And I'm not letting, limiting beliefs or self doubt get me, right? Because ultimately, my mindset, that's the only thing that can beat me, right? Is my mindset. Nobody else can beat me, right? I'm the only one that beats myself up, right? Because again, nobody can make you feel the way you do beside yourself. And that's the important part you need to realize, right? You need to try to be 1% better than you were yesterday, right? And you just keep pushing and you keep moving. And just know that, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to accomplish, it'll happen, right? Things just take time. And a lot of times people don't are too impatient, right? People are too impatient with God, right? They're waiting for their blessings, waiting for these things to come about, and they think that, it's just supposed to magically happen. Well, that's not how God works either, right? God's not just some genie up in the sky who's just like, oh, you prayed, you made a wish, here you go, poof. No, sometimes you have to put in the work. Sometimes He wants you to put in the work, right? He wants you to go through it so that way you can feel what it's like to maybe go through that grind, right? So that way you have more self self gratification, right? So that way you can believe in yourself more. And He'll put things in place so that way you can, so that way it'll succeed, right? Because if God has called you to it, then you will succeed. But a lot of times we don't see that, right? We don't see with our spiritual eyes, and we don't see the blessings around us. And then we think that, well, maybe that's not for me. Maybe God hasn't called me here. But I don't know. And that's between, you and God, I guess. But, and I'm just trying to say, like, you have what it takes. So do what it takes. Do what it takes. Do what it takes. And that may take you spending hours on the computer learning, right? That's what I had to do. I spent hours and hours learning, and it was tough. There's times where I said, what's the point? I'm not going to get anywhere. But I continued to grind, and I continued to push, and I continued to, you know what I mean? Good. That's good. I'm proud of you. So, what's it going to be, So, yeah, that's kind of, where my mindset's been lately. And, I just keep pushing, I keep grinding, and I'm trying to find people that want to do the same thing. I'm trying to find people that want to build a team. I'm trying to find people that want to build a business, right? I'm trying to find people that want to make money and want to do it, with putting God first. So if that's you and you are interested, then go to digitalkingdomcreations.com or DM me, and see what it's all about, right? And I'll talk to you about it and how we can, you can start your business, because I've been in the online space for over a year now, making money, and I would love to share my journey with you guys. And I'd love to coach you one on one, trying to figure out your passions and figure out how you can use your passions and monetize those passions, right? Because it's possible. And I never thought it was true, but it is. And people are killing it out there, and you could be too. And again, that's the unique part, is there's nobody else like you, right? Just like your testimony, you can reach more people than I can reach because you have a testimony, right? And you're unique in your own ways. That's why your brand, you, right, can accomplish anything, because you have a story, you have a brand, you have a personality, and that's unique because nobody else is like you. So therefore, you're going to be able to bring on more people than I might be able to bring on, or you're going to be able to bring on different types of people. And if you want to learn how to do exactly that, then I've got just the thing for you. All right. We have live coaching calls every single day from some of the top industry earners. Right. Every single day, they're going to teach you how to monetize your passions, how to sell, how to do all of those things. What are you guys doing? Oh. So again, if you want to build a team, you want to make money, you want to, learn how to. Oh, it looks like your mom wants you home. Your mom just texted me. Um, oh, they don't. Hey guys, she doesn't want you home. Hey guys. Well, well, all right. Well, it was my son's friend's mom, and I thought that she would probably want them home, but I guess not. So, yeah, it is. So, what are you doing? No, she just said that. She just said, "Okay, thank you. If they get annoying, then send them back." So, but it is 9 o'clock. So, but yeah, if you guys want to, you guys want to learn from some of the top industry earners, right? Learn where the big dogs come to play. Learn how you can become a big dog, and learn how you can, sell on social media, build your own business, build your own brand, right? Learn the ins and outs of Instagram and TikTok. Then, Redirect is right for you, right? You can get on my team, and we do, I'm trying to build a big team so that way we can, build a community, build a tribe, right? And we can, I've got a community that I created with Redirect. You can go on there and we can share our faith and we can share our testimonies and share, just our wins and our losses, right? And become better in sales, become better in business, become better in, whatever niche you're in, right? So I've got, and that's the thing is I've been trying to figure out how to do this since I started my t-shirt company. I wanted to create a community. I wanted to create a community around it. And I've been formulating this plan for quite some time, all right? Trying to figure out how to do that. And now it's starting to come full circle, right? So now that's my goal. I'm trying to create a community. I want to create a team. I want to create a team of like-minded individuals that want to crush it and want to make money doing it, right? And that want to invest in themselves, because ultimately you have to be able to invest in yourself, right? You have to be able to invest in the product and invest in yourself. I don't want anybody that's just gonna, I'm gonna have to hold their hand with, right? Like, I'll help you as much as I can, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I want to be, of course, leading, right? So that way you guys can grow and become better leaders in yourselves, right? And build the business that you need and want, because there is a lot of money to be made. I mean, Forbes estimates that this is going to be a trillion-dollar industry by 2026. So that's just telling you that there's a lot of money to be made, right? Whether it's courses, whether it's digital products, whether it's online, the online space is full of ways to make money. And that's the point I'm trying to make, is we could be finding your passion and monetizing it, right? We can be figuring out how you could be making money online. And by doing so, we have a platform that can house your back end needs, and it can automate and streamline your whole business. So that way you don't have to worry about doing back end work, right? Because it'll do it for you. And then you can worry about getting more leads, getting more prospects, right? Applying to your DMs, or spending time with your family, right? Because your business is going to be on autopilot. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, right? We can be monetizing your passions. Simple as that. But you have to be able to believe in yourself first, right? You're going to have to make sure you believe in yourself first, right? We're going to have to work on your mindset. We're going to have to work on getting you to the point to where you can monetize those passions. Like, there's some investing that has to go into it. You have to learn. It's not just something you're just going to start clicking buttons and then all of a sudden start making money, right? That's not really how it works. And a lot of people come into this space thinking that you're just going to start making money by putting a couple pictures up. And or you're going to get trying to find that perfect post to where you can go viral, and then that's going to be it, right? No, going viral doesn't mean anything, right? It just means that everybody saw your post and now they're going to forget about it, right? Going viral doesn't mean you've succeeded, right? You haven't succeeded until you've built that kingdom, until you've built that legacy. Then you succeeded, right? When you can leave generational wealth for your children and your children's children, to me, that's succeeding, right? Now, of course, I want to be able to help people along the way, and I want to be an inspiration. I want to, be able to be somebody's survival guide, right? So that way, if they're in a sticky situation, maybe they can hear my voice, or they can hear what I've been through. And yeah.
Can I have a popsicle?
No.
Why?
You just had a popsicle.
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Fine, you can have a popsicle then. He's probably about ready to go to sleep because it's 9:12. But that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to break those generational curses, right, on my family, where you have to struggle every single day, right? And I thought that I had the idea, right? But I didn't. And this is what it is. This is where my attention is going right now, because this is where God has me. So I'm going to use my talents and abilities, and the best way that I know how, and the things that I'm learning and applying it so that way I can make money online. And you can do the same thing. And by doing so, we can hook you up with a course that'll teach you ins and outs. And from there, we can have a system that's going to house your back end system. And then your back end system will start to automate everything that starts to come through. And then, you want me to open it? You're probably tired, huh? You're probably tired, huh?
I'm not tired.
Oh, you're not? Okay. But a lot of people in this industry or online world have heard of, things like MiniChat, System.io, Beacons, Zapier, all those different things. But there's a better system. There's a better way. There's a better way, right? And that better way can actually make you money as well. And by I mean make you money, I mean it can make you a ton of money because it is on fire right now. This platform has not even launched yet, and it's about ready to blow up. And when it does, you're going to wish that you were on board because everybody is going to come out of the woodwork trying to figure out where they can get the product and how they can get the product. And hopefully they come to you, right? Hopefully they'll come to you. Hopefully you've done enough content to where people can go, man, I remember that bald guy who's talking about redirect all the time. And, he must know how to get it. So how do we get it, right? And then I'll be able to hook him up and say, yo, this is how you get it, man. This is what you do. And we'll build a team, right? And I want people on my team that are go-getters that want to. Yep. Let me see. No, it should be all of them, right? Read only, restream. Oh, I see. I can only read only, I guess. But yeah, it's if you're in affiliate marketing, digital marketing, you can get a platform that's called Redirect that will automate and streamline all of your business. It is a powerhouse. But not only that, the thing that I value the most is the coaching, right? Because you get live daily coaching from some of the industry's top leaders, right? And these coaches are going to pour their blood, sweat, and tears into coaching you and helping you, right? That they normally charge an arm and a leg for outside of Redirect. But you're going to get all of that within Redirect, right? Plus, you're going to get the modules and their courses, and the courses within inside Redirect, or they would usually charge $400 or $500 for, right? But you're going to get all of that stuff within Redirect, right? You're going to get the platforms. You're going to get the automations. You're going to get the funnels and the websites, and those are all done for you as well, right? The funnels and the emails, they're already done for you. You've got a plethora of emails that you can use, right? That are emails that actually work, and you can plug those in to your nurturing emails, whatever the case may be. And they've got different emails for nurturing, for welcome emails, to freebie emails. I mean, there is a ton of different emails that you could be utilizing for your system and for your products and for your, and you can, use them however you see fit. You can change them up a little bit, or you can just use what they have, and the funnels, they already have all the funnels for DWA, Simply Passive, Roadmap, etc. They already have all those, right? They're already in there for you. So all you got to do is plug and play a little bit with all the picture or the links, and you're good to go, right? And who's this? Wow. Well, that's good. I'm glad I'm glad you feel like I'm talking to you. I can't see my yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta put in the work. And that's just one thing I see far too often with, you know, with a lot of people is they're whining and crying on the sides, expecting the same results, and I've done it too. I'm guilty of it too, you know, but the thing is that, yeah, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the time, and you can succeed and you can make it happen, right? And that's the problem with most people is they fail, or they quit. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, and just know that. Oh, wow. But I, but yeah, and I thought about, um, I don't remember where I was at now, but you gotta. All I can say is you have what it takes, right? And if you want to become part of a team that can crush your limiting beliefs, right? And that's the thing. Like, you're paying $97 for a platform that can literally run everything in your business. It can, I moved my Shopify store, right? I took Shopify and I got rid of Shopify. I got rid of Shopify and I was able to move my whole store under redirect, right? And that's going to house all my email flows. It's going to house all my automations like mini chat. It's going to house my email, my SMS. Once I get my phone set up, I got to wait for the A2P registration to go through, but then I'll be able to have, text messages sent to my customers when they order products. So I have that. Plus, I have my digital creation business underneath there. So I have two businesses technically underneath one platform. One platform. And then within that platform, like I said, you get coaching calls live every day, right? From some of the industry's top leaders, right? Trying to make you better in sales, trying to make you better. Like we just had a sales call today. We had a leadership call today, and it was about one of those. It was mainly about, you have three types of people. You have the now, you have the later, and then you have the never. It just depends on which one you're going to be. Are you going to be the now? Or are you going to be the later? Or are you going to be the never? And I was worried about, my Shopify store, because I was like, man, when am I going to do this? When am I going to do this? But instead, I said, you know what? I have to do it now. So I jumped on it, and I freaking literally, it took me a whole day to move everything. But I said, if I don't do this now, then I'm never going to do it. And what? What? I have no idea. But and that's the type of mentality you have to have, right? I try to think of it as, I have to do this now, otherwise I'm not going to end up doing it, right? Because I've saved literally, I saved what, $140 by moving everything over to redirect, right? That's how much I was paying. Now I got another $100 because I have a coffee company that I need to move over as well, right? So overall, I've saved literally probably $400 moving everything from shop or from over into redirect and housing all of that. So, and it costs $97 a month, and you get all those features, right? You can be in a robust community of other, entrepreneurs that are trying to do the same thing, right? Build businesses, trying to level up and invest in themselves. But like I said, you have to be able to invest in yourself first. You have to be able to put the time in and effort to, research, learn, grow, and then those rewards, that investment is going to pay you back, right? And that's what I do. I only invest in things that are going to pay me back, right? And Redirect has paid me back 3 times over now. And that's another thing, is you can sell Redirect itself, right? Redirect in itself offers 4th-generation commissions, right? It's the only platform that does that. That's why I said this is going to blow up, because it's not even launched yet. It's still in the it's still in the pre-launch stage. But once it does, I guarantee you that this thing is going to blow up, and you're going to want to be on the ground level when it does, because this is a software platform that can be utilized for any business. And SaaS is becoming a very big thing. And, white label software is starting to become a very big thing. And, those types of things, they're huge when they start to come out, right? This is like the roadmap. When MRR came out, roadmap was, came out, and everybody was kind of on the fence about it. Then all of a sudden, poof, people just started making money, hand over fist. And people were like, oh wow, I'm gonna jump in the game too and start making money. Right. And that's what's gonna happen, right? But the thing is this is going to be a passive. This is going to be true MRR, because it's going to be passive, right? You're going to be able to continue gaining that monthly commission, that monthly affiliate commission every single month, right? As you build your team bigger. And the thing is, eventually you're going to get to a point where you don't have to. But the thing is like, the space is just growing. It's a growing space. So people are going to need software. People are going to need support for their back end, right? People are going to want coaching. And that's the thing. Like there's ManyChat, there's StandStore, there's Beacons. Yeah, those are great softwares, but you can get all of that under one roof, right? You can get everything that you need to support your business under one roof, right? And then you can sell it on top of that. Plus you get live coaching calls. Plus you get modules, right? For winners, basically. I call them modules for winners, because they're going to teach you everything you need to know about the software and how to utilize the software. And I mean, it's worth way more than $97. That's all I could say. Because somebody mentioned me in a live, huh? What does that mean? My son's got my phone. Well, I can't do anything on this live, but somebody wants me to join a live, but but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be able to put in a little bit of investment, meaning you have to put in a little bit of time. Like, and the thing is, like, we want financial freedom, we want time freedom, but freedom comes at a price, right? Nothing in this world is free except how you spend your time. So do you want to spend a little bit of time right now building the business of your dreams, or do you want to work 9 to 5 for the rest of your life? I mean, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with working 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that, but I know lots of ladies who, are single parents with 3 kids that are doing exactly the same thing that I'm doing, right? And they're making money. They're being very successful within digital marketing, within product creation, within Redirect. And the thing is like, if they can do it, so can you. So can I, right? And that's the thing, though, is we have to invest a little bit of time. We have to invest a little bit of time into learning the systems, learning what works, learning, who we should be, prospecting, right? And then building those teams. And a lot of times, we have to make sure we have to, wait for that fruit to nourish, right? Because we have to plant the seeds, and then we have to continue to nurture, and then eventually it's going to reap a harvest, right? So we have to make sure that we're doing those things before the going gets good, right? And a lot of times we're too impatient, and I know that myself. Like, I'm way too impatient to for a lot of things, right? What?
You go to school?
Go. I'm on the live. Just leave me alone real quick.
Do you go to school?
No, I don't go to school.
Why?
You're supposed to be in bed.
I want to.
But hey, go give that to Jaden.
Okay, give what to Jane.
What you have in your hand? He's supposed to be in bed. But yeah, I know most of you. Yeah, I know most of you are. It's really late. But what?
Jaden said he wants to revise.
Okay, well go put it up then. Go put it up then, please. You don't need it. I'm trying to do a live. Okay, so please watch the iPad for a little while, and you're supposed to be in bed. This is the only time that I can do a
I
live.
can watch the iPad?
Yeah, go.
Yay!
But yeah, it's one of those things like you going back to you have to be able to invest a little bit of time. That means you have to invest in the software as well. So you buy into redirect, you have to be able to learn the product, right? You have to be the product itself in order to sell it to somebody else, right? But once you do, it becomes a sticky product because you understand the value of it. You understand that this could be utilized for literally any business. Why isn't it more? Why are no businesses out there utilizing this? Well, it's because it's new, right? This is a company that's on the verge of blowing up, right? And you better hope that. Yeah, I told him. Yeah, so you don't want to make sure that you are at the ground level, right? Because when this does blow up, right, this train's going to take off with or without you. And if you're not on board, then I don't know what to tell you because people are going to be making money hand over fist. Now, that's not to say that, obviously you have to put the work in. You have to, what?
Um, I want some. I want
Go
some.
ask mom.
I want strawberry
Okay,
yogurt.
go ask mom. He's tired and he needs to go to bed, but he wants food. These kids. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're a product of the product, right? So that way, that product can you can understand. Oh, you can tell him to go to bed, right? But yeah, I can't. If you're on YouTube, I can see your text, but I can't type. But yeah. So if you want to learn more about redirect or digital products, you can either DM me, right? Direct message me, or you can go to digitalkingdomcreations.com, and I've got a plethora of information that you can utilize and you can look at. But if you want a demo on how redirect can be used in your business and how you can utilize all these features within your business, let me show you a demo, right? I do demos all through the week, and you talk. Okay, well, you need to go to bed. But I do demos all through the week, showing people this amazing software, right? And the thing that I hone in on the most is the coaching, right? Because we all need to invest in ourselves, right? And that's what we're doing is we're trying to invest in ourselves as well, right? So you're investing in the product, the software, right? That the product is going to end up investing into your business, but then the software is actually investing back into you because you're getting commissions plus you're getting coaching. And the thing is that it's just amazing. You know what I mean? Like I just can't tell you how amazing it is. You know what I mean? Like and the coaching calls, you can't tell me that, well, I don't have time for coaching calls because the coaching calls are recorded. So therefore you can go back and you can watch all the coaching calls, right? And you can jump on coaching calls, throughout the day. And especially if you're in Arizona, because the coaching calls during Arizona time are either early during the day or they're late at night. So they're not really late at night. It's like 6 our time, but for them it's like 8 or 9 p.m., because they're on the East Coast. But the thing is that this software, you're solving a solution, right? And that's the main thing that they tell us when they're coming into this online space, right? You have to be able to solve a solution, right? You have to be able to solve a problem. I mean, so the problem that you're solving is that you are giving somebody the ability to stop juggling multiple platforms and giving them the ability to have everything they need for their business under one roof. But not only that, they get free coaching with the purchase, right? And the thing is like, yeah, a lot of these courses have coaching, this and that, but it's not every day. They don't have coaching every single day. Hey, turn that off. Turn it off. Well, then go plug it in. But that's the thing, is it is reinvesting, or they are reinvesting into you by giving you daily coaching and mentorship every single day. And that's kind of hard to find, you know what I mean? Especially, and it's hard to think too of, because a lot of people, they've bought courses or products from people and then they just disappear. I've seen that before, and that's really sad. It's really sad that we have people that are just in it for the money and then they just disappear, or they just ghost you, pretend like you're not there, because you need somebody that's going to actually coach you. You need somebody that's going to actually be there for you when you do buy a product, whether it's a course or the system, right? And that's where I come in, because I'm not going to just leave you stranded, right? And I'm sick and tired of people coming to me and saying, well, nobody else has talked to me about it, or I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. They just kind of fell off the face of the earth, And the thing is like, that's not what I want, right? I want to make sure that I'm building a strong foundation, right? Because the stronger foundation that I have, then the bigger the structure I can have, right? And the bigger the structure I can have, the more that we can do with that structure, right? And that's the whole idea, behind building a team, behind building, a community. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to build a community, build a community of like-minded believers, right, that can come together and crush it in business, but also crush it, right, in the faith, right? And we can share our wins, share our faith, grow, equip each other, right? But also grow in business. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm frozen on Instagram. I don't know why. Apparently I freeze a lot on Instagram. I'm not sure if it's just my computer or what. But I freeze a lot. I don't know if you can still even hear me. It'll probably catch up. Yeah, I'm frozen on IG for some reason. I don't know why, but because my texts aren't even going through. But yeah, on YouTube, I need to figure out how to get on TikTok. I haven't figured out how to get on TikTok yet. I know that's like a really, that's like a different scene. you know, it's kind of funny how people describe, the social networks. You know what I mean? Some people are saying that Instagram's like a kind of like a snooty teen now, and then TikTok's kind of like where all the big kids go, because TikTok used to be where just full of just young kids dancing on there, and now it's got business people on there talking about business and entrepreneurship, and Instagram's starting to become more of a snooty teen. So I don't know, and I kind of noticed that with social media. It's like it's cyclical, right? It's almost like you get IG is really popular, and it's you're making money on there, and then all of a sudden it's YouTube, and then it's TikTok, and it just depends on the type of form of content you're using as well. But it's kind of interesting, and the algorithm has changed a lot with Instagram. It used to be it would just push a little bit of your content out. Well, let me see. let me see if I can end this, and then I'll have to start a new one on Instagram because it's frozen. So we'll see if anybody else joins back on there. I don't know. But if I am, yeah, YouTube, no, you're good, YouTube. So I have a streaming platform, so I can stream on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at the same time. But Instagram, for some reason, my son says that it freezes all the time, so I don't know. But we'll see. Either that or it didn't like me being on for too long. Maybe it didn't want me to be on that long. But yeah, that's kind of been a little bit of my journey. It's kind of how I'm going, how things are going, and how things are going to progress. You know what I mean? I'm looking for people that want to start a business. I'm looking for people that want to build a team and grow and make money. Can you turn off the TV? I told him to turn off the TV.
Learning how to sell on Amazon.
How?
You start selling on Amazon.
Oh wow, that's good. Trying to learn how to sell on Amazon. I can teach you how to do all of that. And that's the thing, yeah. Like,
Do you even know how to sell on Amazon?
huh?
You know how to sell on Amazon?
Yeah, it's very hard. I don't know.
It's not hard, but it's not easy.
Everything's easy when you put your mind to it. But
Dishes.
yeah. So do you guys have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions. You can leave them in the comments. If you have any questions about starting business online, if you have questions about, redirect and how redirect can help you in your business. Yeah. Yeah, you can go to Digital Kingdom Creations. My schedule's on there, and digitalkingdomcreations.com, and you can schedule a demo, and I will be happy to show you. I'll show you everything that I know and how it can help you. But yeah, this week is actually very I don't have a lot going on this week with demos. So we'll see. But yeah, if you like it and you think that you want to move forward, then is what I'll do is I'll do an onboarding call with you once you get all paid up and stuff, and then we'll work on showing you around the platform and showing you kind of the ins and outs, and then what you need to do and the steps you need to take, so that way you can start getting your products and your funnels and your websites, whatever the case is, integrated and built out. And it's actually going to be a lot simpler. Coming, maybe it's today. Let me see. Is it up? Maybe it's we'll see. Let me see, because I know they have a direct site coming, so that means they don't have it up yet, but they have a direct site coming to where it'll be so similar to Stand Store. Those of you that know Stand Store is kind of the go-to for digital products, because it's easy to house all your digital products within Stand Store. But again, a lot of people say it's easy, but what's easy to some is not easy to others. And Stand Store is just more of a, you just kind of put your descriptions in, and then it kind of builds your funnel for you. And that's what this direct store is going to be within Redirect. So you're going to be able to build your funnel. So it's going to be geared towards novice, or it's going to be geared towards the super simple people who don't want to build a funnel, because frankly a lot of people get scared with the word funnel. I was scared when I first, I was like, what the heck, I don't know how to build a funnel. But again, you can do anything you put your mind to, right? Because God doesn't give you a spirit of fear, right? So as long as you have those mindsets, right? You can crush any limiting belief that you have, and that's what I talk about all the time: is limiting beliefs, right? The limiting beliefs are the only things that prevent us from going forward, and you're going to have to invest, a little bit of time and effort into these things, because even if you don't know how to do that, like, you can use the direct store to get your products up there and running, you know what I mean? But then learn how to build a funnel, because I'll teach you how to do that. And there's videos within Redirect that'll teach you how to do that as well. But people will pay you to build them funnels. Like, it's insane. People don't. There's people that have money and they don't want to put the time in to build funnels or websites, and it's literally click and drag, right? Click and drag a few things, and like I said, that sounds simple. I mean, but in reality, it really is that simple. If you can kind of understand the workings of it and how it works, then that's another form of income, right? Again, we're trying to make money online. That's another form of income: building websites, building funnels, right? Bringing people onto Redirect, helping them onboard, right? Selling products online, whether it's digital. And that's the thing. When I got into this digital creation, I thought that was like the craziest thing. So I was like, wow, I made a book. But then I didn't know that you could sell it. I mean, I put it on Amazon, but then I didn't know how to sell it. So now I ended up investing into a course that taught me exactly how to sell these books, how to build, products, how to sell products. And people are selling recipes online. People are selling, workout journals. People are selling just journals in general, prayer journals, right? People are selling their testimonies online. Like, it is just insane, all the different products that you can sell and people will buy. You just have to get your product into the right people, right? In front of the right people. And that's by learning the algorithm. That's by learning content creation. That's why putting that stuff out there, right? Because again, you have to be able to market yourself. You have to be able to brand yourself, because nobody knows who you are yet, right? It's the same thing with any business. You have to be able to put ads out there. You have to be able to promote, right? Because nobody knows where you're at. And the more you push, the more you put content out there, the more that your product is going to get in front of other people, right? Or you as the brand are going to get in front of other people. And then the more that you are, the more that they'll start seeing your stuff and be like, oh, wow, okay, well, that guy speaks to me. Or I don't really like that guy. Whatever the case may be, you're getting in front of people, right? And eventually you'll start getting in front of the right people. And then when you do, it's just going to be a trickle effect, right? People are just going to come to you and start buying your products, right? They're going to start investing in you, because a lot of times people don't really even buy your product because they like it. They buy your product because they like you, right? People only buy from people they like, know, and trust, right? And that's why it's really difficult for, businesses to just start a t-shirt company. I've had a few people that have come to me and it's like, well, I don't know, I didn't make any sales, or I didn't know what I was doing, or it just seemed like it was too complicated. Whatever the case may be, uh, it's just one of those things. Like, you have to be able to either pay for ads or put the time and work into creating ads that are going to be pushed out to people, right? Because that's how the algorithms work. And eventually you're going to be able to build their trust. Eventually you're going to be able to get them to like you. And then eventually they're going to buy from you. And that's how it works, and it's just I try to tell people that, a lot of times they're quitting before the getting gets good, right? Or I say you need to do this, this, and this, and then they don't ever take that advice, right? Because again, a lot of people want to sit on the sidelines and expect the same results as everybody else without putting in the work. But that's not how it works, That's not how it works. And you have to be able to, invest in yourself, and then ultimately invest in your product. And it takes effort. Like I said, we want to build, these businesses. We want to have financial freedom. We want to have time freedom, but at the same time, we're not willing to sacrifice, right? Not willing to put the time in, and that's sacrifice. Like, putting the time in to invest in ourselves and invest in our business is sacrifice in itself. So, yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. You know what I mean? And if you really want to, you can join the team and get started. And even if you don't like it, you can you can cancel, but I guarantee you're gonna like it. I guarantee you're gonna like it. Like when I first saw redirect, I was blown away because it was exactly what I was looking for. Right? It was all the softwares, all the platforms that I needed for my business in one under the roof. Right? There was all under the same roof. And then to come to find out that it's in pre-launch, and then come to find out that this is going to blow the lid off this industry once it launches. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be companies, there's going to be big names coming down the pipe. They're going to be wanting in, right? And I'm trying to figure out how to bring this to bigger businesses, larger businesses, right? So that way we can get them on board. And people are saying, wow, this can house everything that I need for my back end, and then I can also sell it. Come on. That's, yeah, it is structured like an MLM, but get over it. There's so many other things that are structured like MLMs, right? But the way that it's structured is a little bit different, right? And you get up 4 generations of commission, right? So if I sell to you, right, I'm going to get a portion, and then if you sell to somebody else, I get a portion, and it trickles down. That's how it works, right? And that's a good business model, right? And that's what I mean. It's never been done before in this space, and that's why it's going to blow up, because everybody needs software, right? It's like the space isn't going away. People are always going to be in digital marketing, course creation, right? Digital product creation. People are always going to be in this space, and they're going to need platforms and softwares to house their products, automate their products and their systems, right? And then also CRMs, right? Client relation management, all your emails, all of your, support to nurture your leads, your emails, like your conversations, those types of things in one place. Instead of going to like Gmail, instead of going to Outlook, instead of going to all these different places, you got it right there in front of you, right? You have a schedule, you have schedule creation. So if you have a service business, or you do coaching or mentorship, whatever the case may be, you can have a calendar that's right then and there, and people can sign up on your website, and then you have poof right there in front of you. You got the Zoom links, you got the Google Meet links, whatever the case may be, and you can join right then and there. You know what I mean? Like it is. This is just insane. I'm just saying, this is insane that this platform isn't widely known yet. You know what I mean? But again, it's not widely known because it's in pre-launch right now. Hey, what's going on? Zing, how are you doing? What time is it there in Canada? I mean, it's only 9:50 here. Well, thank you. I'm glad you popped on to say hi. I'm just trying to stay on as long as possible. Talking about amazing platforms such as Redirect and Kingdom Coaching, and how. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to do something. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, let me know when you want to do a live, and we'll do a live together, and we'll do the interview. Yeah, it's only 9:51 here. That's crazy, the time difference. You know what I mean? Like it just seems odd that we're we're all awake kind of around the same times, but it's different times. You know what I mean? But the sun doesn't really go down here until like 8:30. So it does put a damper on a lot of things, because our kids usually go to bed around 7:38, and the sun's still out, and they're like, it's not dark yet. I'm not going to bed. But luckily they play really hard at school, and then they get really tired, and then they crash out by 7:30. But yeah, if you want to build a team, right, then you're going to have people that are going to be able to lead you, right? You have to have people that are in positions, right, that have already been there and done it type of thing, right? And that's exactly where I'm at, right? I know people that are crushing it, and I want to be exactly where they're at, right? I want to be able to have the problems that they're having because, yeah, no problem. Have a good night and God bless. I want to be able to have the problems that, these successful people are having, right? And I want to be able to be the one to say, you know what, we're crushing it. And that comes with, sacrifice. That's going to come with dedication. That's going to come with a lot of different things. I can already tell, right? They're just different struggles, different dynamics, right? But it's all the same struggle. It just depends on how you look at it. But, I want to be the one that, can lead other people. I want to be the one that can help those people. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create and cultivate a community of like-minded individuals who want to crush it in business. And that's what we're going to do. And the thing is like with redirect, you're going to be able to be around some of the best in the industry and learn from some of the best in the industry. I mean, I'm on coaching calls literally every day. Every day throughout the day, there's at least 2 or 3 coaching calls. Yep. Hey, good night. We'll see you next time. I'm on coaching calls all through the day, right? And I'm on leadership calls twice a week, right? And then I'm on onboarding meetings or demo meetings, right? Trying to show people this amazing platform or kingdom coaching, whatever the case may be. And the thing is like, we could all be crushing it together. You know what I mean? And you could be building the team underneath you, and then they could build a team underneath them. And it just kind of, flows down from there, right? And like they say, as big a tree is on the outside is as big as the roots, right? So that's kind of how it works. You're in the root level, right? When you start to get in the root level and you start building those roots out, eventually those roots are going to expand and it's going to turn into that tree, right? So as big as a tree is on the outside is as big as it is inside. And I want to be able to, bring on people that are going to crush it, that want to win, that have a leadership mindset, and that want to be able to build a community, build a kingdom, build, whatever it is in business, right? So if you're interested in that, let me know, right? And I'll give you all the details and I can show you exactly how we can crush it together. And I would love for you guys to be on, leadership calls with me, right? I would love for you guys to, bring that fire, because I know a lot of you have fire. I know a lot of you have that tenacity that it takes. And, we need that within our teams, right? We need people to hold us accountable. We need we need to be able to cultivate that camaraderie and that competitiveness within a team. And that's exactly what, I'm trying to do. And if you want to be a part of that, jump on board, because I guarantee you this train is leaving with or without you. And you're going to want to be on board when it does, because there's a lot of good things coming down the pipe. And you'll know when they happen. So I'm going to be, I'm in the process of building my t-shirt course. I'm in the process of building another community. And the t-shirt course is going to be geared towards redirect. So that's that's to be determined. I was trying to film last night and I was just so tired, but anybody that's built a course knows how hard it is, how tough it is, right? It is very, very difficult in my opinion, but I can get through it, right? My mindset is there to where, I know that I can do it. I know I am capable of doing it. I'm just telling you that if you haven't built a course, try to build one and let me know how it goes for you. You know what I mean? Because there's all these courses out there like, the Catalyst, DWA, Roadmap. Those are some fantastic courses. And I could just imagine how much work it took for them to get in, to put in. Like they put in so much work into these courses. It's just insane, right? Not to mention the back end, and the cost of all the back end and all the people that they had to hire in order to make those courses, and I'm just trying to build my own little course, you know what I mean, with what I got. But so I'm just saying more props to them because that's amazing. And if anybody wants to learn how to start a business online, why are you crying? Landon, why did you take the iPad from him? Come here. What are you doing? You're a bully brother taking the iPad from your baby brother. Kids, I tell ya. You got a computer that you can watch. Why are you trying to take an iPad from a little kid? But yeah. So you guys have any questions? You can leave them. Leave the questions. You got any questions on redirect? You can leave them in the comments. You got any questions? Just in general, leave them in the comments. Yep. Type 1 if you think this is amazing. No? There it is. But yeah, I try to be on. How long have I been on? An hour and 30 minutes. I'm sweating. That's how long I've been on. Again, I heard from some outstanding leaders that, they would be on lives for at least 1 to 3 hours a day or a week. I don't even remember. I think I took it as a day. So now I'm going to try to get on lives at least 3 hours a day, 1 hour at least, instead of going live 3 times. Because I've been trying to go live for, at least 30, 40 minutes, 3 times a day. But it sounds like I need to go live for at least an hour. And eventually, and the thing is too, when you go live like this, you don't know who's watching. You know what I mean? Because you can still watch in the back end, without actually clicking into it. And some people will just be like those creepers right in the back, just being like, oh, I'm going to wait till he says something crazy and then I can jump in and try to dog on him or, try to, call him out or something. There's people that'll do that. Like social media is, I just call it the dog pound. I just say that. But, it's interesting. I mean, it's an interesting field. It's an interesting niche. And I wish I would have thought about this or found this sooner. But obviously God has us in places at certain times for certain reasons. But I'm just telling you, like, if you're probably watching this, then it's probably your time. If you're watching this, it's probably your time because you're sick of where you're at. You're sick of your 9 to 5. You want more freedom. You want more, you want to be able to create something of your own. And there's nothing like creating something of your own, right? And you could do this. Well, I don't like to say that you can do this on your spare time because you're right. You can do this for 2-3 hours a day. It's just going to take you longer to achieve those goals compared to, if you did it for, but I know people that do it for 3-4 hours a day, if that, and they've had huge success, but I just hate saying that, yeah, you can just spend a couple hours here and there and you'll be fine. I hate saying that, but again, it's all up to you and how much time and effort you want to put into it. You're going to, like I said, you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of time. You're going to have to sacrifice maybe a night of sleep. You're going to have to sacrifice some, time with your family, right? But you're going to sacrifice that little time so that way you can have the ultimate time later on, right? Because time's the only thing that we can do. We can't do anything with time, right? You can't manage time. Only thing that you can do with time is manage the here and now within time. That's it. So do you want to spend more time with your kids? Okay, well, you might have to spend, a few more hours studying up, investing in yourself, right? Or spending time during the week to plan out your whole week of content, right? Writing your content out. Again, content creation is the hardest thing for me to do because that takes planning. It takes a lot of effort to try to figure out what to say, right? Having the right hooks, having the right CTAs, right? Coming up with, educational material, right? Because you want to be able to give something back to your audience, right? You got to have something that you're giving back to them. And that's the hardest thing for me, right? Because I'm usually just a straight shooter. I just want to get to the point, be like, here, this is what I have. You either like it or not. But you can't do that, and people don't like that. But again, I always say selling is caring, right? You can say that. That's kind of my motto, but it doesn't work very well. People don't like that. So by learning, you know, by getting a course like Kingdom Coaching, which is going to be a faith-based approach, you're going to be able to learn how to do exactly that. You're going to learn, sales psychology. You're going to learn how to develop hooks, how to develop CTAs, how to, approach conversations in DMs so that way you can sell within your DMs, in your stories. You know what I mean? So that way you can start, getting a return on your investment. And again, you buy a course for $497, you just have to make one sale and you've made it back. And then the rest of the sales, it's all in your pocket, right? And there's people that make like 2 or 3 sales a day. That's a lot, right? Now just think of that. If you could sell a course already done for you, right? And all you're doing is selling a course so that way other people can get the same educational material that you got. Now, again, you can find all this information online. You don't need a course by any means. But as what you are doing is you are gathering all of that education, all that knowledge within one place, right? Instead of going to the internet and finding knowledge all over the place, you have it right here, right now, and you can look at it and study it and get through it. Compared to going and searching the internet like what I did when I started my t-shirt company, it was ridiculous. I was up at all odd hours watching YouTube videos or reading articles or this and that, and a lot of times the article or the video didn't have really anything to do. I thought that it'd have something to do or was trying to find a solution to my problem, but it never did. So I'd watch another video and then another video or read another article. And then that's just monotonous, right? But that's what you're doing when you buy a course. When you're buying a course, you're compiling a whole bunch of different information and putting it together so that way you can have coursework to study, to go through, so that way you don't have to search the internet at all hours of the night to the ends of the internet, right? You can have everything you need right here, right now. And then you can resell it, right? In these beautiful templates. Done for you templates that are going to teach you Instagram, that are going to teach you TikTok, they're going to teach you social sellings, they're going to teach you limiting beliefs. That's the best thing about Kingdom Coaching is that it goes into he is confident, she is confident, which is said to be a $2,400 course within itself, right? Therapists have sought after it and have said that this course is probably worth $2,500. Did I say 24? Yeah, $2,500. So if therapists are going there and saying, yeah, this course could be worth that much money, or this is what I would charge if I had this course, then you know that there's value in it, right? And it's a Christian approach, right? It's a faith-based approach. It's going to teach you, how to dismantle those limiting beliefs, how to understand your identity, and how to believe in yourself or know that the promises God are telling you are true, right? And it's going to teach you how to build wealth, and it's going to teach you how to be a good steward of your wealth. Because again, money is our tool, right? And we need to have money in order to propel things within the kingdom. Like we want, we have to be able to feed the poor, right? We have to be able to clothe the children. We have to be able to give money to outreaches and ministries that are going to the ends of the earth, or that are doing the things that most of us won't do, like going to the darkest places within your city and trying to share the love of God. That's what money does. That's what money will do, right? Because it's going to pay for them to get the supplies and tools that they need to go and share God's love, right? And a lot of Christians, it's kind of really unfortunate, but a lot of people within the faith-based community have this really sour taste in your mouth and you start talking about wealth and making money. But yet the Bible's very clear, right? That God gives us the talents and abilities to create wealth. And the Bible tells us to leave an inheritance for our children. So there's plenty of other verses. I'm not going to get into that right now, but maybe someday I will. But there's plenty of verses within the Bible that talk about money and being good stewards of your money, right? And but we have this notion that it's evil. We have this notion that it's demonic or it's evil. And it's like, I don't want to get into it. But maybe I'll get into that tomorrow when I do my maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. That'll be my topic then. But we need to have more Christian entrepreneurs in this space, right? We need to have more Christian entrepreneurs in general, so that way we can dismantle those limiting beliefs, right? And we can bring more stewardship to the kingdom, right? Because if you have a bunch of kingdom mindseted entrepreneurs, right, they're going to be giving to the kingdom more, right? They're going to be putting their money into the kingdom somehow, some way. And that's what we need, right? We have so many churches that have millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I'm not saying churches don't give anything away. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying we could be doing better with our money. And I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure we don't need, a $3 million building or a $5 million building or a $10 million building just so we can go and worship God, when God can be worshiped anywhere, at any time, at any place. That's just my opinion, though. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying we could do a lot better. That's what I mean by we need to have more Christian entrepreneurs in this online space building wealth, not just for ourselves, but for the kingdom to give back. And that's just where my heart is, right? Now, does that mean you can't buy a Louis Vuitton bag or you can't buy a Ferrari if you make tons of money? Well, I don't know. I'm not the judge. I don't want any of that because it does no good for me. But I do want to create memories, right? I want to create memories with my kids and my family, right? I want to be able to, buy the things that we need, right? I want to be able to give to homeless shelters. I want to be able to build a homeless shelter. I want to be able to give to the homeless, right? Without having to worry about it. Again, it's not my money anyway, right? If you're being a good steward of your money, but it's going to teach you, Kingdom Coaching is going to teach you how to become a good steward of your money when you build wealth. It's going to break those limiting beliefs and it's going to tear down those lies that have been, pushed for so many years, right? And the enemy's tried to take you down, has tried to, prevent you from achieving your goals and your dreams because of those limiting beliefs. And that's exactly what Kingdom Coaching is going to do, right? Now, I wish there was more coaching within Kingdom Coaching, but you'll get my coaching and I will be able to help you and guide you and coach you along the way. And the thing is that, within Redirect, you can get daily live coaching as well. So again, you get a course that's going to teach you everything you need to know about selling online, a biblical approach, right? How to how to do digital marketing, how to build your own products, right? And then you're going to get Redirect, which is going to house all your products that you do create or the product that you already bought, like the product you can sell, like Kingdom Coaching. And you're going to be able to automate all those systems. So that way, when you are selling on social media, whatever the case may be, you can have the automation to where if somebody says, when you put in something in your stories, it talks about, Kingdom Coaching, selling on your social media, right? And you say comment digital. Well, the automations are going to kick in because social media doesn't like you just throwing, websites all around. They don't like you promoting your website up there for free, right? Because that's free marketing. They don't like that. You will get banned and you will get kicked out very, very easily. Now, there's people that have 30,000 followers and blah, 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 and they got kicked off. Well, you know why? It's probably because they were A, doing income claims, or B, they're sitting there plastering their website around everything that they could. right? Promoting their product, their brand. And social media wants you to pay for that. So is what you do is you do it in a stealth way where you have an automation that will be in your back end that's going to be hooked up to your email, or not your email, but your website. And when they comment digital, it's going to send them a comment saying, hey, check your DM. And then it's going to slide a DM right into their DM saying, hey, I'm glad you're interested in my product. Here's so and so's link. Click this. And then they're going to click it and they're going to go right to your page and they're going to be able to see all your products and then poof, they're going to be able to buy. So that's what the automations are, right? And the automations, you're going to be able to automate your emails, right? So when somebody buys something, or let's say somebody goes to your web page and they don't buy anything, but they opt in to your form or your email, right? They're going to opt in, they're going to put their email in and this and that, and you're going to be able to capture that. Now you can set them into a drip system or a nurturing email to where now they can start getting nurturing emails from you. Because again, a lot of times it takes, at least 7 times before somebody actually buys from you. They have to see your product in their face at least 7 times before they think about buying. And then you're going to be able to send them those emails that are already done for you. Boom. Every single day they're getting an email. Then hopefully by that last email, they're like, I'm going to buy. And they buy that product. That's kind of, that's kind of how it is, how it works. You know what I mean? So that's what redirect is, right? And the thing is too, it's really awesome is you can see all your analytics within like my website. So when I go to my website, I can literally check to see how many people have gone to my website today. I can check to see how many people have bought from me today. And today it looks like I've had one person buy, right? And I've had 8 people leave stuff in the cart. So I've had 140 people just within, well, since I put it up, so 3 days, I've had 140 people go through my website. Same thing with like funnels. You can check your funnel. How many people are going to your funnel? How many people are clicking on your links? How many people are, you know what I mean? How many people are going through all of it? And you can see all that, those analytics, and you can, kind of go from there to see, all right, well, this is working, this isn't working. What do I do? Let me now I'm curious. I haven't checked my store for a little while, so let me check it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'd love to. Whoa, look at that. So I've had 550 people within a month go through my webpage. Direct funnel. I've had 2 people have bought. So again, that's within this month or since 6/16, and it's okay. So about a month. So that's pretty cool. But again, it's so cool. I mean, I love building funnels now. I think they're fun, and I would love to show you how to build your funnels and help you. You know what I mean with all of that. But you got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. You have to invest, right? You have to invest in the platform. You have to invest in the coaching. You have to invest in the material that they're teaching you. So you have to invest in order to see results, see outcomes, right? But again, you have to invest, right? And you're going to get a return eventually, as long as you don't quit. Because if you're doing everything that you can, everything that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to get results. You just might not get them in the time that you want. But I've been trying to research And it seems to me like a lot of people get results if they're consistent with what they're doing and they're following the rules and doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's usually about a year and a half is when people start to really see results, right? And you don't see really any drastic results significant until year 3. But those aren't definitive numbers yet. But and that's without putting income claims up there. I could put income claims up for sure, and I'd probably get more sales. But I don't like the idea of income claims because they kind of your content ends up losing its value at that point because now the only thing that they see is your income claim and they think, okay, well, you made $3,000 this month. Well, I guess I can try to do that. I can. So now you're saying if I do everything that you tell me I can do, I can start making that much money without realizing what it actually took to make that much money. So it's almost like deceptive marketing because, in a sense, you're saying, yeah, you can, but then you're not really giving them the full backstory of it taking you 3 years, 4 years, posting 5 times a day, being on lives for 3 hours a day. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying, and I'm not against them either because I can see another side to where if you say, hey, guess what? If you do this, this, and this, you can achieve this. And this is what I'm making now after doing all of this, right? Giving them a picture of, hey, you can make money and it's possible, showing them what's possible, right? So I see both sides of it. I see both sides of it, so I don't know. There's a lot of people that are really against it and they'll blast you. There's a lot of people that don't really care either way. I'm kind of I really don't care either way. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So I'm not going to do it. And that's all there is to it. You know what I mean? Like, sure, if we're in private and you want to talk about it, I may feel comfortable doing it. But again, I still don't feel comfortable doing that. Am I going to talk to somebody about how much I made at Taco Bell? Am I going to, tell everybody my paycheck that I get from so and so every month? No, we don't talk about those things. So why are we trying to do that within this space? I don't know. I don't know where it started or how it started, but what are you doing, buddy? Here, take this and go lay down.
I can wear this?
Yeah, you got to wear it.
Why?
But otherwise, yeah, how things going, guys, in YouTube land? How are we doing? I've been on for 1 hour and 47 minutes. That's a record. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys fell off, but I've been on here for 1 hour and 40 minutes now. That's a record. This is where TikTok should be. I should have had TikTok up.
Who's taking a shower, Dad? Dad. Daddy. Dad.
What?
When are you going to go to school?
I don't know. What do you mean go to school?
And when I'm going to homeschool?
Oh, next week you're going to be homeschooled. Yeah, he's starting. We homeschool our kids, so our other kid's going into. Well, this kid, he's going into kindergarten. So we'll be homeschooling him. We homeschool all of our kids, and yeah.
Dad, I'm going to be bringing this bracelet home. I'm going to be bringing this bracelet at school.
Okay. I think you should leave it here so that way you don't have to worry about it getting broken or lost.
I won't get it broken.
Okay.
I won't. I
right.
promise.
Okay. Well, guess what? You need to go lay down, okay?
Okay.
Because it's late.
Okay.
It's late and you need to go to bed.
Okay.
But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, I could. If you guys are worried about not having the money, because a lot of you pay for Stand Store, Beacons, all these other platforms already, ManyChat. You can ditch those platforms, and I'll get you up and running within a day. And then you don't have to worry about losing out, right? But again, you have to put the time in, you have to put the effort in, right? But I can do it for you if you wanted. I mean, I hate to say that, but I can help you, right? Because I want you to learn. I want you to learn how to do it yourself, right? I want you to learn how to build a funnel. I want you, excuse me, to learn how to do, these skills that are vital in this space, right? Because when you start learning how to do that, that's another thing that you can leverage. You can leverage building funnels. Just like when I had my t-shirt or with my t-shirt company, I know I do custom t-shirts, and I'm able to leverage that and say, hey, I can build you a design. If you just want the design, then I charge $50. If you want the t-shirt and me to keep the design, then $30. What is it do you want? You know, so you have to figure out like what's best for you. But that's all I'm saying because I've had a lot of objections. People saying that they're already paying for all this stuff, so they can't afford. So maybe I wonder if I could try to figure out how to do some like 30-day payment or some type of trial, right? Where I can pay for your first 30 days. I wonder if I could do that. Hmm. That'd be a good idea because a lot of people they need that first month, right? Because they don't have enough money to spare to get the platform plus be paying everything on top of that. So that's the main objection that I've been kind of running into, and unfortunately that they're not able to do or waive or do any type of fee, I would say. So I'm wondering if I can start doing that myself and just pay for that first month, and then obviously you pay after that. So but so that's probably what I'm going to start doing because I've had a handful of people that just say they don't have wiggle room and they can't spend that extra money so that way they can get the platform while still paying for everything else. So at least if they get that extra wiggle room, then they'll be able to set everything up that they need to, and they can just continue paying and shut everything else off. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing for people, right? And a lot of people, a lot of companies, I believe, do this. We just can't do it with our company because of the proprietary software and material that's within it, they can't do that, but I can probably charge, or I can probably pay for it, right? And then go from there. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, huh? Well, I'll think about it some more, and then we'll go from there. Because that would be kind of but yeah. So that's probably what I'll do. I don't have to, because that's again, that's the whole idea with online business, right? Is you have to be able to solve the solution. You have to be able to solve the problem, not solve the solution. You got to be able to solve the problem. And the problem is that there's a lot of people that would benefit from this software, but they're already stuck paying for multiple platforms and multiple softwares, and they don't have the wiggle room. So now I'm going to give them the option, right, to get the first month's free, and they'll be able to get in. Because again, this platform is unlike anything else, and you get daily coaching, right? You get the platform, you get the software, you get the daily coaching, you get the material. And a lot of us that are coming, a lot of you that are coming into this space, you need more than just the course, right? You need daily coaching. You need to have somebody that's got your back. You need to have somebody that'll coach you along the way and help you. And that's one thing that, I guess I was missing, and I miss, within when I started, right? Because I didn't have anybody coaching me, right? There's not a lot of males in this space in general. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult for males to, or to find other men within the community that is doing the same thing, right? Selling courses, selling products, product creation, right? And the thing is too, males are very competitive as well. So you have to think of it that way. Like, yeah, we'll be friends and this and that, but I guarantee you, everybody's trying to be better than the other person, right? I genuinely want to get in this space to help people. You know what I mean? Like, I had to figure out how, again, when God told me something had to break, I had to figure out how to break that pride and that ego. Whether how you think of that, it's whatever. But I had to figure out that, of course, I need to be better each and every day, but I need to be better than myself, right? And that's what's propelled me further than anything. Yeah, of course, I want to be better than other people, right? In a friendly, competitive way. I try not to get, that in my head too much, because then, my ego gets to me or my pride gets to me, and I try not to let that happen. But as long as I can get in this space and I can, find other like-minded believers and other people that want to succeed, then we can do that, and we can do that together. I feel like we could do that, right? But I just think that, it's hard for men because men become way too competitive, and you don't want to be friends with somebody that you're trying to beat, right? So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's just kind of like how I feel. Because 6 months ago, I probably would have been like, I'm gonna crush everybody, right? Like, I don't want them to be my friend because I'm gonna crush them. I don't know, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Oh my gosh, but it is I hit the 2 hour mark yet? I have. New record. 2 hours on live. Put the kids to bed and poof. Oh, I gotta thank my wife for that because she put the kids to bed. But 2 hours. That's I wonder if you get points for that. You know, like like on Instagram where you like get. I got 3,000 view one. What was it? Yeah, I got 3,000 views on um one of my videos. That was really cool. I got like a little reward for it. But yeah, well, we're gonna find it. Where do I find it? Oh, let me see. Yeah, I got. I don't know where to find it. Where's that? Oh, achievements. You go to achievements. Boom. Just so you know, I'm not lying. Look. Oh, you might not be able to see it. Come on, camera. Huh. Oh, I guess you can't see it. Whatever. Anyway, it says 3,000 plays. I got 3,000 plays. Well, actually, it says I've got 5,601. So that means I've had 5,601 plays, but my reach has been 4,000. Account center accounts reached has been 4,003. So I've had 5,601 plays. I've had 4,697, but replays I've had 904. So that's people rewatching it. I've had only 24 likes and 5 comments. So not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I've only had 36 website visits. So definitely not great for that view, but one of my other views got, let's see, 2,000. Oh, 4,000. Okay. So that one got 5,000. So got, and that was it. Otherwise, all my stuff's usually like below 500. Oh, this one's 1,500. So I mean, so that's where you need to go back and you need to look at your data, right? Figure out what you did within those posts and go from there. Oh, I need to plays challenge, reach new audience by consistently creating reels. So again, Instagram, they got this little cool feature where you can go to achievements and it's like a game. You can start going to your achievements and figuring out what you can do. Right. And it's going to give you achievements based on how well you're performing. Like, that's pretty neat, in my opinion. It's like a game. I don't know if you guys care or not. I don't know. That's whatever. But I've been on here for 2 freaking hours. So if anybody has any questions, I'll leave it to Q&A. It looks like everybody left. Yeah. Facebook, nobody's there. But yeah, I'll go through the comments and I will make sure I didn't miss anything, and I'll get a hold of you if you want me to or need me to. Otherwise, you can DM me and I will get back to you. So